Hello, hey guys, what is up? So happy first day of Vlogmas. I thought a perfect way to start off Vlogmas is to go over all my Christmas books on my physical TBR, because I have added some new ones this year. Is that one a Christmas book? It is. Because I've added some new ones this year and have quite a few. So let's start with the new ones that I got this year. This pile is not new, I want to say. Okay, yeah, so none of these are new. So not that pile, but these, none of those. Okay, so just these are new. Okay, so not too many. We have quite a few. Okay, so we're gonna start with the new ones that I got recently. I wanna say in like the past couple of weeks. I don't think anything has been further than that. So yeah, so I'll start with the ones that I got in the past couple weeks. The first one that I got is, and I've been having one heck of a time trying to get the stickers off. No, you know what? I'll start with these two because they are Advent calendars. Okay, so the first one I have is called Heart for Christmas by Sophie Germain. I don't know if that's how you say the name, but here's this one, and I love the cover and all of the foiling on it, but it is, oh, and the little flap inside. It is an Advent calendar, and even like each chapter, not only is it wrapped, but they're really cute, and so it has the date for the day that you open it. Does the other one have the date? I think it just counts down. No, the other one just counts down. But this one actually has the date on it for when you open it. And each day you open a chapter to read it. But this one is about April's headed to the foothills of Mont Blanc in the Alps to spend Christmas at her father's chalet for the first time in 3 years, ever since her heart operation. She's lived as carefully as possible, but it's time for change. All April wants for the holidays is to take back her life. But how do you find the courage to live after being so afraid for so long? So when April runs into her best friend's older brother, Augustin, ski instructor extraordinaire, it feels like a sign. Augustin is daring and swoon-worthy, and April doesn't want to let her life pass her by any longer. It's as complicated as it gets, but this just might be the kind of Christmas miracle she needs. So there's 24 chapters to open before Christmas, and they're all sealed, so you kind of just have to like rip it open. And again, they're wrapped cute. It's all the same design, but they're cute little wrappings. And it has a total of 24 chapters so that you open each one each day. But I thought that one was really cute. And then the other one that I have is not 24, it's 12 days. And it doesn't have the dates, it just counts down from 1 to 12 to do your own 12 days. But the little designs on that wrapping is really cute too. I think it's just those on repeat. Oh no. That one's a little different. Those chapters are kind of like all different sizes. Okay, but this one, I love the pink cover. It's still very Christmassy and it has snow on it, but I love the pink Christmas cover to it. I love Christmas books with pink covers. I'm a sucker for them. I just need to make myself read them, but I'm a sucker for getting them, for buying them, for collecting them. Okay, but this one, on the 12th day of Christmas Eve, she found true love. Annie Jones works hard designing windows for iconic New York City department store Lawson's Finest. So when her Christmas window display gets upended by some rambunctious kids on Christmas Eve, the all too realistic store Santa gives Annie a little decorating tip on how to start over. With Santa's advice and a helping hand from friendly security guard Braden Tate, Annie repairs the damage and heads home to reluctantly spend the evening alone watching rom-coms with her cat. Romantic? Right. When Annie wakes the next morning, she's bewildered to find that it isn't Christmas Day at all, but Christmas Eve all over again. So stuck in a time loop, Annie doesn't know how she'll ever make it back to the present. But despite her Christmas Eve reruns, each day is slightly better than the last, and every moment with Braden feels brand new. Luckily, Annie has an infinite number of chances to get things right and every opportunity to find what's been missing from her life, friends, community, and family in a magical holiday romance that fits her just right. So I don't know if I've read a book with the Groundhog Day trope before, but I do like time loops and time travel, and any book that I've read with any type of time loop, I've really loved. So have I read a Groundhog's Day? I don't think so, but I loved Groundhog's Day, the movie. So I feel like making it Christmas, I'm going to love it. And I really, really do like that. I don't even think I said the name of the story. So this one's called Christmas Eve Love Story by Jenny Baird. I think I have another one by this author, another Christmas book. But yes, so those are the two Advent Christmas stories that I have, and they're still newly purchased this year. And then the rest of the stack that I have to go through are also recent purchases. This one is one that I can't get the sticker off. But the next one I have is My Favorite Holiday by Lauren Blakely. And it's got these really cute edges. And this one is Fake Dating, Single Dad, A Christmas Wedding Extravaganza plus Mistletoe Shenanigans. This book doesn't miss. Wanted, hot billionaire to pose as my Christmas boyfriend. Must be willing to make my cheating ex jealous by kissing me under the mistletoe at holiday parties. Bonus if you make him cry. So that sounds fun. So there is that one. The next one I have is another pink cover. How many pink covers do I have? Oh, only one more after this. Okay, the next one is another one with a pink cover. I have a couple by this author too, but it is I'll Be Home for Christmas by Jenny Bayliss, I think is how you say her name. And I love the green foil, but such a cute cover. It says, the heart will always find its way home. Frederica? Maybe. Frederica Hollow Heart isn't in love with the idea of returning home to Pine Bluff, but after a bad breakup and a subsequent eviction, she's fresh out of options. She loves her mother and her eccentric aunts, but she always felt a little out of place in her hometown. Finding nothing better to do than lament her life choices, Fred figures, okay, Fred, I like going by that. Fred figures throwing herself into work at her family's Christmas cracker business might be the best way to pass the time until she reconnects with her former best friend Ryan, who's grown into a legitimate heartstopper, and in case of mistaken mail, throws her into the path of Warren, a handsome journalist covering the Pine Bluff Christmas market. With the twinkle of holiday romance and evergreen fresh in the air, can Fred repair her past mistakes, and will the snowy path home lead her heart to the forever love she's always dreamed of? So it sounds like maybe a love triangle, unless her best friend's gay. I feel like it could be a love triangle. But that's oddly specific. A Christmas cracker business. I mean, she's probably like wrote every other plot, so she's mixing it up. It's over 400 pages. Golly. So there's that one. The next one is Yours for the Season by Emily Stone. It's not the cutest cover, but a cozy cottage, a perfect holiday, a chance for payback, or a second chance at romance. So second chance romance is that one. Okay, the next one is, I didn't even try to take the sticker off since I've been having so much trouble with Target stickers. Oh my gosh. My foiling is coming off of this book. That's crazy. The next one is In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. And it's the Target exclusive cover. I couldn't remember if I had this one already, but it doesn't look like I do. So we're good to go. This one is It's the Most Magical Time of the Year in the Quintessential Holiday Romance by the New York bestselling time author of The Onion Honey, blah, 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 blah. It's the most wonderful time of the year, but not for Maylin Jones. She's living with her parents, hates her going nowhere job, and has made a romantic error of epic proportions. But worst of all, this is the last Christmas May will have at the snowy Utah cabin with her family and their close friends, where her family and their close friends have spent every holiday since she was born. As she drives away from the cabin for the final time, May throws out a plea to the universe. Please show me what will make me happy. Everything goes black, but when May gasps awake, she's on an airplane bound for Utah, where she begins the same holiday all over again, with one hilarious disaster after another, sending her back to the plane. May must figure out how to break free of the time loop and finally get her true love under the mistletoe. Okay, so I have 2 time loop ones. Oh, the other one was the Advent one. Yeah, okay. So hopefully I like it, because now I've got 2 to read. It sounds fun. Sounds fun. And I like the cover. Okay, next one is Good Spirits by B.K. Borison. And then it's got the edges. Is she the one that wrote... Oh, the cover, inside the cover is cute too. Is she the one that wrote Love Light Farm? Love Light Farm. So I've read Love Light Farms. I liked Love Light Farms. I've not read the rest of the series, but I did read Love Light Farms last Christmas. That's not in the stack because I'm only going over my unread Christmas books. So I didn't include the ones that I've already read. But I read Love Light Farms last year, and I really liked that one. So this one is... So he's the Ghost of Christmas Past, and she's not exactly Scrooge. Ghost of Christmas Past, Nolan Callahan, intends to spend this holiday haunting like every other. Get in, get out, return to his otherwise aimless existence as a ghost, awaiting the afterlife. But when he's faced with Harriet York, the sweetest assignment he's ever had, he suddenly finds himself wishing for a future. Harriet York has no idea why she's being haunted. She's a good person, or at least she tries to be. A people pleaser to her core, and she always does what's expected of her. But as she and Nolan begin to examine her past, they discover there are threads that bind them together and realize there might be more to moving on than expected. With the deadline of Christmas Eve fast approaching, will they find the key to their futures in each other's past, or will they stay firmly in the present, indulging in their unexpected spiritual connection? Interesting. So, still a cute cover. Sounds like she's going to fall in love with a ghost. I dig it. All right, the next one is Christmas People by Iva Marie Palmer. That's a cute cover. I like the snow globe. So some people are Christmas people, but Jill Jacobs is most certainly not. She hasn't been ever since her hometown love broke her heart on Christmas Eve. But after 3 years of making excuses to not see her family for the holidays, lest she risk a run-in with her ex, Jill finally caves into her mom's sugar-coated guilt trip and finds herself back in drab suburban Illinois for a chaotic Yuletide visit. After one hazy night, Jill wakes up to a hometown that's filled with jolly neighbors covered in pristine white snow and seasoned with the smell of peppermint. She realizes this is more than just a bad hangover. She's stuck in a heartfelt movie, one set in her town starring real people from her life, including her family, her high school crush, and of course her ex, handsome as ever, and now clad exclusively in plaid flannel. The only way out of this bizarro world is to complete the plot of the movie, which involves a holiday baking competition and a cookie sweet love story. To get home in time for Christmas, Jill must act out a picture-perfect holiday romance with the one that got away, all while her ex watches on. Fa la la freaking la. That's that one. That one sounds interesting. A little something different. A little something different. Okay, and I think this is the last one I bought so far this year. No, I'm done. I'm done buying any more Christmas books this year because I have a crap ton to read through. And then, anyways, the next one I bought is, again, I'm a sucker for a pink Christmas cover. So I got Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal by Megan Quinn with the pink edges. Is it popcorn? Yeah, like popcorn tinsel. That's cute. It's huge though. How am I at 450? 450. It's only 50 more pages than this one, but it looks giant. No, this one's 420. So it's only 20 more pages than this, but it looks giant compared to that one. Anyways, so Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal is another one I couldn't get the sticker off. Nothing says I love you like trespassing, public humiliation, and a town-wide Christmas spectacle to win your crush back. Yeah, that sounds great. I don't know if it's 450 pages great, but it's pink, so I got her. So that is all of the ones that I got. Whew. The advent calendars make it heavy. So that's all the new, I can't really talk. That's all the newly purchased Christmas books. So all the ones that I got from this year, but I still have plenty more unread Christmas books to go over. I just gotta situate this. Ooh, don't fall. So that was all of the newly purchased ones from this year. And then I still have a ton more that are still on my physical TBR that I've not gotten around to reading yet. So let's go over those together. Yeah, I don't know what order to do this is best, but let's just keep on going. So this one, total absolute cover buy, but it is One Big Happy Family by Susan Mallory. Have no idea what it's about. Don't remember what any of these are really about. It's about Christmas, but I really did buy it because of the cover, and I love that red foil. I love any of the Christmas books that had foil on it. I grabbed it. So this one says, please don't come home from Christmas. Julie Parker's kids are her greatest gift. Still, she's not exactly heartbroken when they ask to skip a big Christmas. Her son Nick is taking a belated honeymoon with his bride Blair, while her daughter Dana will purge every reminder of the guy who dumped her again. So Julie feels practically giddy for one-on-one holiday time with Heath, the much younger man that she's secretly dating. But her plans go from cozy to chaotic when Nick and Dana plead for Christmas at the family cabin in the memory of their late father, Julie's ex. She can't refuse, even though she dreads their reactions to her new man when they realize that she's been hiding him for months. As the guest list grows in surprising ways, from Blair's estranged mom to Heath's precocious children, Julie's secret is one of many to be unwrapped. Over this delightfully complicated and very funny Christmas, she'll discover that more really is merrier, and that a big happy family can become bigger and happier if they let go of old hurts and open their hearts to love. Sounds wonderful. Maybe I'll read it this year. All right, the next one is, I think, part of a series, or at least interconnected series. I don't know what order. I just kept buying them. And then one came out in the summer, but I did not get the summer one because I still have these three and I haven't read them. And I wasn't as intrigued by the summer one because it was like a novella, flip the book situation. So I didn't get those. But the next three are all by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. I don't know what order they are in. Haven't read any of them, but every year when one of them comes out, I buy them. So I am going to try to make sure I read one of them this year. But the first one, I don't know what order. I don't know. I feel like maybe this one was first. I guess I could just look at the copyright. But that's unnecessary time. Okay, so in no particular order, because I don't know the order, we're going to start with A Jingle Bell Mingle. Wait, are the naked covers cute? No, okay. A Jingle Bell Mingle. This one is about what happens where there are no vacancies at the inn and you and your potentially demonic cat become roommates with your grumpy one-night stand. Part-time adult film actress. That's interesting. So part-time adult film actress, one-time adult film director, and makeup artist Sunny Palmer has accidentally sold her very first screenplay to the Hope Channel. That was 6 months ago. Fast forward to a looming deadline, and a floundering Sunny has returned to the source of her inspiration, Christmas Notch, Vermont, to immerse herself in the local Christmas miracle on which her fever dream of a movie pitch was based. Isaac Kelly, former boy band heartthrob, interesting again, and the saddest boy in the music biz, is the latest owner of the town's historic mansion. After putting his record label on hold for years while he recovered from the heartbreak following the death of his young wife, Isaac has been given an ultimatum: write some new music or lose his contract. What a better place to attempt his first solo holiday album than a snow-covered mansion where he can become a hermit in peace. But after their best friend's wedding leads to Sunny and Isaac waking up together in a freezing motel room with questionable wiring and a broken shower, Isaac takes a chance and asks Sunny to stay with him at his home. Surely the place is big enough and that he'll hardly see her or her unhinged cat. But when the two discover they're both creatively blocked, they make a handshake deal. Isaac will help Sunny hunt down the truth behind the local lore, and Sunny will find Isaac a new muse. Will these two opposites under one roof? There's no way this Jingle Bell Mingle could go off script, right? So that one sounds really interesting, and I think I should maybe make this one a priority. Oh, and then the mansion's pink and foily. That's cute because it sounds very different. So maybe I'll get to it this year. Okay, again, don't know the order. So the next one is A Holly Jolly Ever After. So cute. So I could practically hear her teeth chattering. Some Tarzan-like urge inside of my brain said, must keep Winnie warm. I slithered out of the fleece-lined puffer jacket I wore, and I held it out for her. Here, I said, take this. What about you? She asked. I'm a pizza oven, baby. She burrowed even deeper into me, pulling the jacket up to her chin. This is just about survival, by the way. I don't want you to think that, like, I always expect you to save the day or night, but I'm freezing, so thank you. I don't know how else to say this to make you understand, so I'm just going to be perfectly blunt. Last night was the hottest thing I've ever seen in my life, and I've seen just about everything, Winnie Baker. So this one's about a boy band member, too, and I don't, maybe they're in the same boy band. I don't know. An actress and a perpetually singer former boy band member are reunited as co-stars in a steamy holiday film in the all-new rom-com. And it's all-new rom-com. So Callum Lieberman is the funny one as the arguably lesser of the three former members of the boy band Inc. He enjoyed his 15 minutes of fame and then moved home, where he has since opened a regional pizza chain called Slice Baby. Nice. He's living his best dad bod life, hooking up with bridesmaids at all of his friends' weddings. But after an old one-off sex tape is leaked and quickly goes viral, Callum decides he's ready to step into the spotlight again, starring in a sexy Santa biopic for the Hope Channel. Winner Baker did everything right. She married her childhood sweetheart, avoided the pitfalls of adolescent stardom, and transitioned into a stable acting career as an adult. Hell, she even waited until marriage to have sex. But after her perfect life falls apart, Winnie is ready to redefine herself, and what better way to do that than to star in a steamier than a steaming hot mug of cider Christmas movie. With decade-old Hollywood history between them, Winnie and Callum are both feeling hesitant about their new situation as co-stars, especially Winnie, who can't seem to fake on-screen pleasure she's never experienced in real life. She's willing to do the pleasure research for science and artistic authenticity, of course, and there's no better research partner than her bridesmaid sex tape Hall of Fame co-star Callum. But suddenly Callum's teenage crush on Winnie is bubbling to the surface, and Winnie might be catching feelings herself. Okay, that one sounds good too. Maybe a little funny too. Definitely sounds spicy, but it sounds like it could be pretty funny too. And then again, I don't know the order, but last but not least is A Merry Little Meet Cute. I feel like this is the first one, right? Merry Little Meet Cute, and then, I don't know. All right, so this one, B. Hobbs, aka Bianca Von Honey, has a successful career as a plus-size adult film star. With a huge following and two supportive moms, she couldn't ask for more. But when her favorite producer cast her to star in a Christmas movie he's making for the squeaky clean Hope Channel, so these are all interconnected. Okay. Bee's career is about to take a more family-friendly direction. Forced to keep her work as Bianca under wraps, Bee quickly learns this is a task a lot easier said than done, though it all becomes worthwhile when she discovers her co-star is none other than her childhood crush, Nolan Shaw, an ex-boy band member in desperate need. So we're just following all the boy bands, all the boy band members of Inc. That's cool. That's cool. In desperate need of career rehab, Nolan's promised his bulldog manager to keep it zipped up on set. And if he will, it means he'll be able to provide a more stable living situation for his sister and mom. But things heat up quickly in Christmas Notch, Vermont, when Nolan recognizes his new co-star from her closed doors account. Oh yeah, he's a member. Now Bee and Nolan are sneaking off for quickies on set and keeping their new relationship a secret from the Hope Channel's execs. Things only get trickier when the reporter who torpedoed Nolan's singing career comes snooping around and takes an instant interest in mysterious newcomer Bee. So this one sounds more risque than the other two, I feel like. Well, maybe I'm just saying that because they mentioned the quickies. This is over 400 pages too, but it doesn't look it. I guess because it's so like little and compact, but love the pink. So yeah, there's that one. Okay, so those three together. And then, I don't know, I have a lot to go over, so I'm just going to start, like, plowing through them in no particular order. I don't know what any of them are about. So let's just figure this out together, you and me. Sorry, arm itches. Okay, you and me together. We'll just figure this out. Can't remember why I bought it, but it is the Christmas Orphans Club by Becca Freeman. I'm pretty sure I bought it for that found family. I feel like that's the vibe that I'm getting from the title. A beautiful story of friendship with laugh out loud dialogue and characters you can't stop thinking about. Hannah and Finn have spent every Christmas together since college. Neither has anywhere else to go. Hannah's parents died and Finn's disowned him when he came out. So when the pair starts their adult lives in New York City, they add stylish Priya and mysterious Theo to the group, solidifying a found family and sense of belonging they've always craved. But now when Finn announces a move to LA this Christmas may be their last together, Hannah is terrified of losing the family that she's built for herself, even as her boyfriend nudges her towards commitment. Meanwhile, Finn struggles with things he's about to leave behind, namely his expressed feelings for Theo. Does growing up mean growing apart? So that's that one. Then I'm not sure if this one is interconnected with this one, but this is the one that I purchased this year. This one I got last year. I never got around to reading it, but it is How My Neighbor Stole Christmas. It says, every Kringle in Kringleton celebrated Christmas a lot, but Coal Black on Whistler Lane unfortunately did not. This is a big girl too. 466 pages. A cute little artwork at the end. So there's that one. It's pink, it's Christmas, so I got it. But that is So This Is Christmas by Tracy Andreen. Says, Christmas, Oklahoma is a terrible place to celebrate Christmas. Luckily, it's the perfect place to fall in love. So there's that one. Then I got this special edition of A Christmas Carol and Other Christmas Writings by Charles Dickens. I don't know what the other Christmas story is. That what the... I did get 2 of these. Dang. Yeah, so I got 2 of these in different formats. But yeah, so this one is, I'll show you at the end because it's all the way at the bottom. I got like a big one by Charles Dickens. So I'm wondering if it's the same exact one. But there's that one. Then All I Want for Christmas by Maggie Knox. I have another Maggie Knox one. There it is. Okay, so we'll just do these 2 together. So this one is All I Want for Christmas by Maggie Knox. And I got it just because of the Nashville skyline in the back. If a book has Nashville, if it's set in Nashville, mentions Nashville, has Nashville on the cover, I'm going to get it. So this one is True Love wasn't on their holiday wish list when Sadie and Max are selected as contestants on the famed reality singing show Star Maker. Each thinks they've finally gotten their big Nashville break, but then they're paired up for duet week and stun the world with their romantic onstage chemistry. With fans going wild for #Saxy, the network just demands that they remain a duo on and off stage or exit the competition. Faking a relationship until their final performance in the Star Maker holiday special shouldn't be too hard, except for one small problem. Sadie and Max can't stand each other. So there's that one. Sounds cute. I think I'm going to love it. Then the next one is, looks like I started to read it and I didn't get very far. But it is The Holiday Swap by Maggie Knox. And when Chef Charlie Goodwin, this one is about like 2 people switching places. I guess they're twins maybe. Oh, this one I got. All I Want for Christmas is a Different Life. So then I think they're twins and then they switch places. Will the twins' identity swap be a recipe for disaster or get their lives back on track? Yeah, so they swap lives. Okay, next one is All I Want Is You by Fallon Ballard. This one looks really short. But it says, exes, professional rivals, just one bed. What could go wrong? I'm kind of shocked I got this one because it's not the cutest cover, but it's there. I got it. All right, next one is Nick and Noelle's Christmas Playlist Happily Ever After is the perfect Christmas present. This story just got remixed. Nick Winter's Christmas at Home is going nothing like planned. What was supposed to be a memorable holiday with his longtime girlfriend goes sour when he learns she cheated on him while he was overseas. At least Nick can rely on his unusual shift at the family Christmas tree farm with his best friend Noelle Carter and her endless supply of Christmas tunes to lift his spirits. A night of fun together is just what he needs to forget about his ex, but then they kiss and it feels so right. Is that one? Then I have, this one looks really short, The Holiday Switch. He's switching up her holiday plans. Lila Santos is ready for her last winter break of high school. The snow in her small town of Holly, New York is plentiful. The mood is cozy as fuzzy Christmas sweater, and she's earning extra cash working at the local inn. The setting of the greatest film of all time, Holiday by the Lake, while moonlighting as an anonymous book blogger. But Lila's perfect holiday plans crash to a halt when her boss's frustratingly cute nephew, Teddy Rivera, becomes her coworker. Lila's a type A, Teddy is type anything but Lila's way, and the two of them can't stop butting heads over tangled icicle lights and messy gift shop merch. So there's that one. All right, next one is, okay, the next couple ones are by Jenny Bayless. So this one is A December to Remember. And it says, 3 bickering half-sisters, 1 unique antique shop, the coziest holiday season of their lives. Oh, yeah, so I remember what this one's about. This one is about the 3 sisters. Their father dies, and when they're reading, they get together to read his will. His will is kind of like sending them like on a scavenger hunt to kind of bring them back together because they've kind of drifted apart over the years. So that was what this one's about. Then the next one by Jenny Bayless is Meet Me Under the Mistletoe. It says a city bookshop owner heads to the English countryside for a holiday reunion only to face her childhood enemy. And then this one looks like, oh, it does say Hallmark. I was going to say, it looks like the cover looks like a movie bill for a Hallmark movie, but it does say Hallmark Publishing. So On Christmas Avenue by, oh, I knew I had another one by this one, by Ginny Baird. So there's that one. It says everybody loves a parade. Well, everyone except Evan. Includes a free Hallmark original recipe for homemade turkey stuffing. So there's that one. Oh, why am I putting some of these upside down? So there's that stack. Okay. Whoa. One more stack to go through. All right. Another pink cover. So this one is Blame It on the Mistletoe by Beth. I don't know how to say that last name. Love the snow globe on this cover too. When Elle and Holly switch places, will they find all they want for Christmas? Elle's a social media star. Holly loves everything about Christmas. Elle's a social media star with the hashtag dream life, or so it seems, determined to shake up her content and gain new followers. She's on a mission. Can she find a British fan to swap houses with for the holidays? Holly loves everything about Christmas, but after a mortifying mistletoe disaster with her ex, her perfect plan unravels like a bad Christmas sweater. Can Holly save the season by leave Britain to switch places with her favorite social media influencer? So there's that one. So I got a couple about switching places. Next one, another pink. Is that pink? I can't tell. So I'll Get Back to You by Becca Grisho, maybe? Murphy's supposed to be settling into her junior year at the University of Illinois. Instead, she's stuck repeatedly failing the same community college class and living with her parents in a hellish suburbia, aka Geneva, Illinois, where the dating pool for a 21-year-old lesbian is anemic at best. Then a miracle appears. Ellie Myers, a former classmate who's way cuter and not as straight as Murphy remembers, and whose mom is a very professor flunking Murphy again. Ellie could be Murphy's key to a passing grade, and Murphy might be Ellie's chance to get her mother on board with her own dreams. There's that one. Then this one. This is for sure pink, right? Just Like Magic by Sarah Hogel. The holidays were never her thing until she unwittingly summons the whole holiday spirit before her very eyes. I like a little bit of magical realism. This one is beautiful. Don't even remember getting this one. A Christmas Carol. So I've got A Christmas Carol. I've got like 3 different copies of A Christmas Carol. So I'm definitely reading A Christmas Carol this Christmas. We got this one, and then the Big Mama at the bottom. But it's A Christmas Carol, The Nutcracker and the Mouse King, The Little Match Girl, The Gift of the Magi, and other favorites. But it's beautiful. Regret nothing. It's beautiful. Is that the same? Yeah. And then the gold edges. It's a beautiful book. So there's that one. Then Jenny Bayless. Another Jenny Bayless. I've got like so many Jenny Bayless books. Don't I? Didn't I just go over like a butt ton of them? I think I did. I can't remember. This one is Kiss Me at Christmas by Jenny Bayless. It's time for Harriet Smith to enjoy the show. Christmas can officially get stuffed because Harriet Smith is not feeling bright and merry this year. She hasn't for a while. So when her daughter opts for New York's winter wonderland instead of spending Christmas at home, Harriet finds herself seeking solace, starting with a wine-soaked one-night stand. But after she takes the fall for some students who break into the town's old winter theater, Harriet's holiday plans are swiftly decided for her. To get the students off the hook, the theater's elderly owner requests that Harriet directs the nearly defunct stage's final Christmas performance. Of course, Harriet will do anything to help the kids, even work with the owner's lawyer, who, as it turns out, is her less than impressed one-night stand. That actually sounds good. I'm into it. Okay, next one is Make My Wish Come True by, I can't pronounce these names, Allison Derrick and Rachel something. Lippincott, maybe? I think this one is YA as well, but I got it because of the red foil. So as the mayor talks about how important the tradition is to our small town, Aaron's hands unlock to curl into the fabric of my shirt, and it becomes impossible to listen. Instead, I squeeze my eyes shut and let myself be this close to her. Her chest rising and falling against my cheek, everything else fading away. It feels almost too good to be true. What do you miss most about Barn Witch Christmases? I whisper, just loud enough for her to hear. Not feeling so alone, she whispers back, her breath catching. Everything. 12 days of fake dates, 2 holidays, 1 chance to convince everyone they're in love. I believe it's a sapphic YA Christmas romance is what I think that one is, if I remember correctly. All right, the next one is Christmas is All Around by Martha Waters. Charlotte hates the holidays. As a former child actress, she starred in a modern classic of a holiday movie, and its fans won't let her move on. When a piece revealing that her reluctance nixed plans for a reboot, she flees to London to spend the 5-week countdown on the holidays with her sisters, but the ghost of Christmas past follows her there when she ends up at Eden Priory, a filming location for the movie. There, after being recognized by a fan while viewing the extraordinary holiday decorations she accidentally left behind, forcing her to accept a ride back to London from Graham, the son of the owners, their family business and the funds to keep their historic house running relies on holiday cheer, and Graham knows that a holiday star could boost its profile. Next one is The Christmas Tree Farm by Lori Gilmore. I own the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and I started reading it last year and then temporarily DNF'd it and then never got around to it this year. So I haven't actually technically read anything from this author, but I really liked the cover and the foiling, so I got it. So it's a small town, a spicy, a festive romance. Kira North hates Christmas, which is unfortunate since she just bought a Christmas tree farm in a town that's too cute for its own good. Bennett Willis is on vacation in Dream Harbor, trying to take a break from both his life and his constant desire to always fix things. But somehow fate finds Ben trapped by a blanket of snow at Kira's farm, and despite her grinchiest first impressions, with the glow of the fairy lights twinkling in the trees and the promise of a warming hot chocolate, maybe, just maybe, these 2 lost souls will have a Christmas they'll forever remember. Remember forever. I switched that, but there we go. My foot's asleep. And I feel like I've been doing this forever. It's only been 45 minutes. Next one is Wreck the Halls by Tessa Bailey. I've only read one book by Tessa Bailey, and I forgot what it was. It's the one where she finds a dead body. I DNF'd it. My Killer Vacation is the only book that I read by Tessa Bailey, and I DNF'd it. So hopefully I'll like this more. I do like the cover, how festive it is. But okay, so it says Melody Gallard may be the daughter of music royalty, but her world is far from glamorous. She spends her days restoring old books and avoiding the limelight. One awkward tabloid photo was enough, thanks. But when a producer offers her a lot of money to reunite her mother's band on live TV, Mel begins to wonder if it's time to rattle the cage, shake up her quiet life, and see him again. The only other person who could wrangle the rock and roll divas. Beat Dawkins, the lead singer's son, is Melody's opposite. The camera loves him. He could charm the pants off anyone. And his mom is not a potential cult leader. Still, they might have been best friends, if not for the legendary feud that broke up the band. When they met as teenagers, Mel felt an instant spark, but is nothing compared to the wild, intense attraction that builds as they embark on a madcap mission to convince their mothers to perform one last show. There's that one. Something from Tiffany's. I started this because I was going to do a read it, then watch it. And so I started reading it, and then I didn't get very far, and I never picked it back up. But this one is Something from Tiffany's by Melissa Hill, and it is on Netflix. It's a movie on Netflix, I believe. Widower Ethan Green and his daughter Daisy share a fierce love for Christmas time in New York, truly the most magical time of the year in the city that never sleeps. So what better way to invite Ethan's girlfriend Vanessa into their family than with a trip to the city and an engagement ring from its most famous jeweler. But Ethan and Daisy aren't the only ones picking up a Tiffany's treat. Scrambling for ideas on Christmas Eve, Gary Knowles swoops into the jeweler for a quick gift with a big name appeal for his brilliant girlfriend Rachel. When their worlds collide for one small moment, everything changes, and only time will tell if the truth will prevail. So there is that one. Again, it's a movie on Netflix. So if you're interested in reading, then watching and reading, whatever, there's that. Okay, almost done. Oh, wait, am I done? No, I put these. That's all mixed up. Okay, got two more. The next one is The Xmas Holidays by Zoe Allison. Cute cover. It's hard to escape your ex when you're working together over Christmas in the Scottish Highlands, but being stuck together might be the best possible present in the sparkling new contemporary romance. So it sounds like second chance romance, maybe. We'll see, maybe. Maybe I'll get to it this year. And then last book I have is Charles Dickens' Christmas Stories. But, I didn't realize that I have so many copies of A Christmas Carol. But they're all very beautiful in their own way. And maybe the other stories are different. I didn't actually compare. This one's A Christmas Carol, The Chimes, The Cricket on the Hearth, The Battle of Life, and The Haunted Man. But I regret nothing because this one is a beautiful edition as well. So here is the cover with the not floss. I always say that wrong. Foil with the foiling. There's the edges and the end papers. And maybe there's illustrations inside. Maybe not. I don't really. There is. There's some. They're nothing too elaborate, but there's some. Okay, I do want to see what are the other stories. So this one is, what did I say it was? Dang, can't find the title page now. Dang it. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Okay, so The Chimes, The Cricket on the Hearth, The Battle of Life, and The Haunted Man. Okay, that's awesome. It's upside down. Okay, they are different. So this one is Christmas Festivities, The Story of the Goblins Who Stole a Sexton, A Christmas Episode from Master Humphrey's Clock, A Christmas Carol, The Haunted Man and the Ghost Bargain, A Christmas Tree, What Christmas Is As We Grow Older, The Seven Poor Travelers. So they're a little bit different. And then let me find the other one. And then this one is a lot. The Nutcracker and the Mouse King, A Visit from St. Nicholas, A Fir Tree, The Little Match Girl, A Christmas Carol, The Chimes, The Cricket of the Hearth, The Battle of Life, The Haunted Man, and The Ghost's Bargains, The Christmas Gift That Came to Rupert's, A Story for a Little Soldier, The First Christmas of New England, Betty's Bright Idea, The Beggar Boy, The Three Kings, The Story of Other Wise Men, Tilly's Christmas, Tessa's Surprise, A Christmas Dream, and How It Came True. And many, many, many more. A lot. Okay, so they're a little bit different. So it's not 3 copies of the exact same thing, but they're all beautiful in their own way. So I had to be done. Okay. Yes, I'm finally done. All right, so that leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Yeah, I believe that's all. 37 books on my Christmas. 37 Christmas books on my physical TBR. There we go. I finally worded it right. And there's no way I can pick this stack up, but here we go. You're gonna regret this. You're gonna fall. Okay. So that is all for my Christmas physical TBR, and happy first day of Bookmas. Maybe we can read some Christmas books together. If you watched this though, thank you so much for watching me go through my Christmas books, and I will see you again tomorrow.